wanted to go on a houseboat cruise in Kerala. So here we are finally, the two of us, me and Vandana. We have booked for 2 nights, 2 days cruise. And we are going through a tour conductor called Mukkadan Tours. So they own a couple of boats. That one is a 3-bedroom big one, and the one that we are occupying is a 1-bedroom houseboat. It's a smaller one, just for the two of us. It's pretty nice. It's a place called Kidangara, which is close to Alapura. So we'll be starting off, it's about 12 now, so we'll be starting off at about 12, and we'll be cruising along this river for about 4-5 hours, and then we will dock somewhere for the night. All the food is being prepared fresh in the kitchens on the boat. So during the night we'll be camped at one particular place, okay? And that's basically because they don't sail in the nights. I hope this cruise would turn out to be good. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So day 1, afternoon, 5 o'clock. We've been cruising for the last 2 hours almost. Started at 3. We had a very sumptuous lunch at about 1:30. And then from 1:30 to 3 o'clock we were just docked there. And then 3 o'clock we started. Now we are nearing another docking place, which is close to our pilot's house. His name is Sureshan. He's been piloting cruise boats like these for the last 21 years. He's actually a licensed pilot, because nowadays if you want to drive a cruise boat in these canals, you have to have a license. These canals, by the way, are about 20 to 25 feet deep. So it's not shallow, it's quite deep actually. And they are often dredged so that bigger boats can pass through. We had also a very good paramburi, as it's called, fried bananas, sweet bananas. Very tasty and clean. I'm hoping that the dinner will be as tasty as the lunch. Looking forward to that. So I feel that my stomach is already bursting to its seams. We're looking forward to a nice stroll shortly for about an hour, so that it will help us prepare ourselves for the dinner. It's been very good so far, very pleasant, and the cruise ship has been very comfortable. The bedrooms are nice, the galley is nice, the sitting ambience is good. So all in all, it's been a very nice day so far. Yesterday evening we docked at about 5 o'clock, and then we went for a long walk, I and my wife, for almost an hour. So this place is called Kuttanad. So it's the rice bowl of Kerala. Immense fields of mostly rice. We went for a long walk through very lush green fields. No, not too much of crowds and so forth. And then we came back at about 6:30, and after that we sat on the boat. The boat was anchored. So that's the way it happens. Typically the boat goes on a cruise for about 4-5 hours a day. The rest of the time it's mostly docked at some place. And so we spent the rest of the evening and the night on the boat, docked. We watched a couple of Malayalam movies, which our captain, the boat captain, helpfully gave us. We had a very heavy dinner as usual, very tasty, of chapatis and a lot of sabjis and so forth. There were of course a lot of mosquitoes, so this place is quite thick with mosquitoes, so you've got to be sufficiently armed against these mosquitoes. The night was quite pleasant. There were no mosquitoes in the bedroom, fortunately. There's air conditioning. and we slept quite well. We could hear the occasional boat passing by, uh, with the water sort of lapping against our own boat. But it was quite a pleasant sleep. Today morning we got up, had puttu for breakfast, which is a traditional Kerala breakfast dish. So it's normally it's also called concrete because it's typically mixed with gram. So it's basically chana. So it's called puttu and kadla, which means with kadla and with papads. And occasionally you also mix it with etapara, which is the Kerala type of banana. Then we set out on our cruise at about 10:30 or 11 o'clock. And we cruised till about 1:30. 1:30 we docked again, had a very, very sumptuous lunch, full of traditional Kerala dishes like avial and so forth. And we docked for about 2.5 hours. We again started the cruise at about 3 o'clock. And we've been cruising since then. We'll be shortly docking at the same place where we docked yesterday evening, which is near the captain's house, and we plan to go for the same walk which we did yesterday. Those walks are mandatory given the amount of food that we have been eating. In fact, I'm dreading the size of my stomach now. I'm trying to hide it as best as I can. So far it's been very good, and I think it's been worthwhile taking a 2-day cruise. You need 2 days to sort of wind down from your hectic lifestyle that you lead in a big city. I never felt bored. It was very, very relaxing. Spent a lot of time thinking, spent a lot of time chatting with my wife, spent a lot of time listening to music. So it was all in all very good, very well time spent, because I don't think I would have done that in a city environment. Very happy that I did it. And now I'm waiting for the boat to dock, and let's see how the evening progresses. Okay. Day 3 morning, we are headed back to where we started from. So we'll be reaching in another half an hour, and that will be the end of our 2-day travel program, 2 nights and 3 days actually. It's been fantastic. We've enjoyed a very calm, peaceful journey. And moreover, it was more of a culinary experience, or it is as much a culinary experience as a sightseeing experience, because the kind of food we were treated to was extremely good, quite fantastic. The people here, both Sureshan and Joji, were really friendly, very helpful, and very personalized. In fact, I realized that one advantage of going on a small cruise boat, just one bedroom, is that you get a lot of personalized attention. It's like staying in your own small apartment with everything at your disposal. Very, very, very comfortable, very relaxing. I hope that a lot more people will undertake these kind of cruises, because it's quite a different experience from staying in a hotel, from having a holiday in a regular hotel. It's been one of the best holidays that we have taken, and I hope that for a lot of people viewing this video, it will be as enjoyable and as delightful as our experience.